Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I'm Nasma Abdul Muhsin and this is the evening news. In tonight's headlines, Parliament approves Criminal Court Judge Muhtaz Muhsin's name for the post of Prosecutor General. The government has dissolved 3 bilateral agreements made with Israel by the Nasheed administration and announced plans to ban the import of Israeli goods. And Parliament's Government Oversight Committee has endorsed Dr. Maryam Shakila, who has been appointed by the President as the Minister of Health and Gender. Parliament approves Criminal Court Judge Muhtaz Muhsin's name for the post of Prosecutor General. The nomination was endorsed with the votes of 62 out of the 69 MPs present at today's sitting. 7 MPs voted against him, while 12 MPs abstained from the vote. The report by Committee on Independent Commissions was also heard during today's sitting. The committee has passed not to endorse President's nomination for the PG's post Muhtaz Muhsin and Ma'mun Hamid after the two failed to attain the required 75% marks. Muhtaz had received 67%, while Ma'mun Hamid received 33%. Despite the committee's decision, the issue was not debated at today's sitting. The Jamhuri Party decided not to take part in the vote. Meanwhile, Ma'mun Hamid says that PPM's parliamentary group decided to endorse Muhtaz Muhsin instead of him in the upcoming parliamentary vote to install a puppet as the Prosecutor General. He wrote on his Facebook page yesterday evening that PPM's parliamentary group reached the decision claiming that he would not listen to them. His Facebook status says, quote, "The reasoning behind the decision of the PPM parliamentary group this afternoon apparently went something like this: he will not listen to us." He goes on to say that, quote, "Given this reasoning and evident desire to install a puppet instead of someone who will uphold the law without fear or favor, I applaud the decision to endorse anyone other than me." During Saturday's vote taken by PPM's parliamentary group, 33 out of 38 MPs who took part in the meeting voted in favor of endorsing us. The government has dissolved 3 bilateral agreements made with Israel by the Nasheed administration and announced plans to ban the import of Israeli goods. At a press conference held at the President's office this morning, Foreign Minister Dunya Ma'mun said that the government has dissolved 3 agreements with Israel and that the agreements are unacceptable to Maldivians. Dunya said that while former President Mohammed Nasheed is someone who tried to forge closer ties with Israel during his rule, his statements in defense of Palestine today are questionable. Dunya said that the government has now decided to provide all financial and humanitarian assistance possible to Palestine, and that Maldives will provide assistance to Palestine in any area of the greatest need.
President Nasheed's government has signed 3 agreements with the Israeli government. We want to highlight that these agreements have been dissolved by the current government. These agreements were signed in the areas of health, medicine, culture, education, science and tourism. President Ma'mun's government as well as the current government do not believe that Maldives should hold ties and sign such agreements with Israel. I want to note that I have a copy of the speech President Nasheed delivered at the UN General Assembly in 2009. He has said very clearly that, quote, "The new government of Maldives will look to renew relations with Israel."
At today's press conference, Minister at the President's office Mohammed Hussein Sharif said that the government has decided to impose a ban on Israeli products and that discussions are underway with the Economic Ministry to enforce the ban. He said that an official announcement would be made in around 2 to 3 days.
Discussing with Economic Ministry and Maldives Customs Service to ban the import of products made in Israel. We will make an official announcement within the next 2 or 3 days. If any Israeli products are found on sale after the ban is placed and are reported to the authorities, the products will be removed in alignment with the Customs Act and all relevant laws.
Parliament's Government Oversight Committee has endorsed Dr. Maryam Shakila, who has been appointed by the President as the Minister of Health and Gender. She was endorsed by a narrow margin during today's vote after a lengthy debate. 4 members voted in favor, while 4 members voted against her. The tie-breaking vote was cast by Vilufushi MP Riaz Rashid. We now take a short break. Please stay with us for more news.
Maldivian roda mahavara hasage. Ailano te rahmet terennaiku India ge Trivandramannone Chennaiya. Dekol ticket emme sateka nuwadihanuwa $. ඉතුරු මාලුමාත් හොදවම තිනෙත් ෆහෙන් හතරෙන් හතරක ගුලාලව්වා. Maldivian, fly made simple. Maldivian roda mahavara hasage. Ailano te rahmet terennaiku India ge Trivandramannone Chennaiya. Dekol ticket emme sateka nuwadihanuwa $. ඉතුරු මාලුමාත් හොදවම තිනෙත් ෆහෙන් හතරෙන් හතරක ගුලාලව්වා. Maldivian, fly made simple.
Welcome back. In more news, the Gaza Maldives Relief Fund initiated by Adalat Party has received over 800,000 rupiah in donations. According to an official of the fund committee, the fund was opened last Thursday to help Palestinians afflicted by ongoing Israeli hostilities in Gaza and has since collected 814,276 rupiah and $2,527 in donations within 3 days. The fund committee has placed donation boxes at the Islamic Center, Artificial Beach, Velanage and the Tsunami Monument. According to the committee, the fund will remain open for a month and has received great public support so far. The funds collected will be used to provide food and medicine to Palestinians. Environment Minister Tariq Ibrahim says that while 114 cases of coastal erosion have been reported so far, work has begun to address the issue in 12 islands this year. Responding to questions posed by MPs at today's Parliament sitting, Minister Tariq said that 114 islands have reported cases of coastal erosion and that 67 of them are in critical need of an immediate solution to the problem. The minister said that while work has begun to address the issue in 12 islands this year, the government will work to solve the issue in additional islands next year. Tariq said that work to safeguard 11 islands from coastal erosion is being done using the state budget and that foreign aid is being used to fix the problem in one island. He added that it is under the Public Sector Investment Program PSIP that 10 islands are receiving support in reducing coastal erosion.
114 islands have reported cases of coastal erosion. 67 of them are facing severe erosion. The government is giving great attention to the issue. This year, the government will carry out coastal protection projects in 12 islands. Around 6 kilometers of coast will be protected from erosion.
Fenaka Corporation says that major efforts are underway to resolve electricity issues faced in the atolls and that a permanent solution will come when the 77 generators currently on order are installed. Speaking on various issues faced in providing electricity to islands, Fenaka Corporation's Managing Director Muhammad Nimal said that the corporation does not wish for any island to experience power cuts every now and then, and that Fenaka has worked over the past 2 years to help the affected islands. However, Nimal admitted that some islands do face hour-long power cuts due to various issues faced in provision of electricity. Nimal said that work is underway to bring in certain equipment from abroad to prevent power cuts and send the equipment to those islands in need. He added that a permanent solution to the issue would be the installation of the 77 generators currently on order. Nimal said that incidences of power cuts have relatively reduced over the past 2 years and that work is underway to address electricity issues faced by Addu City as well. Criminal Court orders Prosecutor General's office to send a lawyer to the court on Tuesday to reach a decision on extending the detention period of those detained in connection with the 24-kilogram drug smuggling case. As per the court's order, police have informed the PG office to send a lawyer to the court on Tuesday. Although 18 people were initially arrested in the case, only 4 remain under police custody. The drugs, with a street value of around 100 million rupiah, were seized in March this year. The drugs were found hidden in a dinghy on an Iranian fishing vessel. This is the biggest drug bust in recent history in Maldives. And that concludes tonight's evening news. Thank you for watching. Have a very good night.